Hey guys, welcome to another Thursday edition of the Vinyl Den, your channel for record collecting by record collectors. My name is Nick. This week I had a whole topic set out that I was going to talk about, and then I got some interesting stuff in the mail today. So I'm going to kind of I'm going to open up some stuff and talk about what I got. Before I get into the stuff I got in the mail today, there is a couple things I picked up over the last week or so that I wanted to kind of talk about. I know a lot of people aren't big into CDs, but I did get a couple of CDs that, a couple of them that are actually getting kind of hard to find now. One is Everybody by Logic. This came out in, I want to say, 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. But just fantastic rap album. My rap catalog isn't really huge, but Logic is definitely one of those artists I definitely love his music, and this is probably his best album, I think. And it sounds fantastic. I'm not a huge fan of streaming services, even though I do use them to discover new music and things like that. But just the sound quality of CDs and obviously vinyl, it can't be matched by a streaming service. So that was definitely an album that I've been looking for a while. I haven't been able to find it in any of the brick and mortar stores that I go to, so I end up having to order off of. I think I got this off of Discogs, pretty decent price, but it's definitely glad that I got it. And I've been listening to it the last couple of days. It's a fantastic CD. And the other one is, of course, I'm a big punk fan, especially from the mid to late '90s. I guess really throughout the whole '90s, but. Even some of the like Bad Religion stuff, it's just fantastic music and a great, especially in the '90s with the grunge and everything else was going on. It was definitely a great alternative to that scene. But MXPX is one of those bands. I think it's one of those punk bands. I think a lot of the earlier music they get labeled with the Christian punk tag and things like that. Which some of them, it was never like overly religious, but they did have some, they did mention God and things like that in some of their songs. But this is Teenage Politics was an album that they released, I want to say when they were 18. It was like, I think 1995 when this was released. So they were 17, 18 years old, something like that. It's, like I said, some great mid-90s punk music, kind of fast. Still has kind of melody to it. It's just a great album. And like I said, it's just like Everybody by Logic. It's an album that's getting harder and harder to find. But there's another one that I found online. Great price. I think I picked up for like $4 or $5. It's great. This last CD, though, is one that, of course, if you guys watch the channel, I'm a big Pink Floyd fan. And I got, my wife got me the Later Years box set last year for Christmas. And they released a vinyl compilation of some of the stuff off of that box set. And I did pick that up on the first day it was released. And it sounds great. The LP is awesome. I listened to it probably at least 3 or 4 times a day I got it. And ever since then, I've been listening to it on my phone off of Apple Music. And like I said, the streaming stuff sounds good. But I picked up the CD last week, and I was really blown away by how good this sounds. Just the opening track with "Shine On You Crazy Diamond." It's just a fantastic track. And like I said, it's one of those it's one of those albums where, you listen to it on your phone, on Spotify, Apple Music, whatever, and it sounds good. And then you listen to it on a CD or on vinyl, and it has just a completely different sound. There's a lot of albums out there I'll listen to, and there's not a big difference between the streaming services and vinyl. And maybe it's because of the way it's mastered or the way it's sourced, because a lot of stuff nowadays is sourced digitally. So there's a lot of different factors that play into it. So there's a lot of albums that you really can't tell a huge difference. This is one that you can. This is one that you can listen to it on whatever streaming service you listen to, and then listen to it on vinyl, listen to it on CD, and it's just an incredible sound that these have over that compressed sound of the MP3 or whatever the digital source is. One of the albums I picked up last week, I was really excited for it, is one that I've been waiting for I don't know, probably about a month or so for it to come out. It came out on Friday. I went to the record store and picked it up. Actually, I did a video about it. You can check it out above. I'll put a link above for it. And this was "Tickets to My Downfall" by Machine Gun Kelly. And It's I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. It's a fantastic album though, and like I said, I did a whole video about that, how I wasn't really sure why it was getting the hate that I got from, especially from a lot of Blink-182 fans. But it's a great album. Like I said, I was really happy to pick it up. Can't wait to listen to it. I'll probably listen to it when I'm done recording this video. And another one that I picked up is something that Ian and I talked about in our, I believe we talked about this in our vinyl box set episode, which I'll drop a link above for that also. And that's the, I didn't know if I was going to buy it or not. And I went to the store. Actually, I looked it up on Discogs originally before I'd gone to the store and realized that, when this first was released, I wanted to say it was, 60, $70, somewhere in that range. And I looked up on Discogs and realized it was already going for $100, $120. And when I went to the record store, when I went to Dearborn Music, they had it. I believe I think I got this for like $60. But this is the Hybrid Theory by Linkin Park. This is the 20th anniversary box set. It's I mainly got this because I already have Hybrid Theory on vinyl. But I mainly bought this for the Rarities album that's on here because they've got some great tracks. I think some of the best tracks for Hybrid Theory were left off the album. My December is one of them. I've loved that song ever since I first heard it. I probably should have been included on the album when it was released, but this is one. It sounds great. I'm trying to stay away from getting into a lot of those like super deluxe box sets and things like that. But this is one because of the price. I thought it was a really good price, and especially seeing how much it was going for online already, I couldn't help but to snag it. All right, so on to the stuff that I picked up in the mail today, or I got in the mail today. I over the last couple of years, I bought probably 100 or more albums online. And I've never had any issues with shipping or the Postal Service or anything like that until today. So I woke up and saw that I got the delivery notification. So I go outside, grab the stuff off the porch, and this is what I saw first. This was sitting on the very top. And I don't know what is on this package. There's really no smell to it. I thought it was like some kind of oil or something like that. And my first thought was, oh my God, I hope the album isn't ruined. And so I did actually open this one up, and thank God it still feels kind of damp, so it's probably freshly on there. And thank God the guy that I bought this from shipped the album in bubble wrap too. So thank God nothing happened to the album. But I was really kind of excited to get this. This is one I've had my eye on for a while. If I could get this out of the plastic here. I'm a big ska fan, especially like the mid-late 90s ska. And Less Than Jake is probably one of my favorite ska bands. And back in 96, I believe it was, they released Greased. So I grew up I was born in 79, so I grew up through the 80s, and Grease was always one of those musicals that I loved, and I watched it quite often growing up and knew all the songs. So when Less Than Jake released this, I was pretty excited to hear this, and it's actually a great little, I don't remember how many tracks are on here. I don't remember if it's like 8 or 9 tracks. And I haven't listened to this yet. Obviously, I just opened it up, but it's pretty cool. It's on blue vinyl. Translucent blue. But it's pretty cool. It's one I got for a pretty decent price on Discogs. I'm definitely glad that the oil or whatever this is on this box didn't ruin it. So but yeah, if you haven't checked it out, Greased is a fantastic album. I believe it's on all the streaming services too. So if you're a fan of the movie Grease, if you love that music, if you're a fan of ska, definitely check out Greased. So the next album I got, I actually had my eye on it for a long time. This is an album I've loved since, I think this came out in like 89 or 90. So I was 9, 10, 11 years old, whatever it was when it came out. And, I've seen it a couple of times over the last year or so, and I've never pulled the trigger on it. And I went to the record store probably a month and a half ago. They had a used copy of it. Someone else grabbed it before I got to it. And then I noticed over the last, I don't know, week or two that there were no more copies for sale on Discogs. So I ended up buying this off of eBay. And packed, it's packaged great. Obviously, there's no oil or anything on this one, so it's just that Less Than Jake album. Oops. And if you've seen any of my videos before, I normally open stuff up with like this really large knife that I have down here. I finally got smart and brought a little razor knife down here, so I don't have to look like a serial killer when I'm opening up my packages down here. Hopefully I don't cut my finger off. And this wasn't a hugely popular album when it was released, but this is "Wake Me Up When It's Over" by Faster Pussycat, and this is they're one of those hair bands from the 80s, and like I said, I want to say this was like 89 or 90 when this came out. So 89 on the back of the album here. So this is a new pressing from 2016. It's an album that I think I've only heard 2 songs off of, but they're both great songs. I'm really interested to see what the rest of this album sounds like. And I believe this is on black. Vinyl. Open it up real quick. Maybe. Got all the shrink wrap in a knot here on the side. I don't want to open up. Yeah, this should be on black. And I know there's a lot of people out there that keep the hype stickers off their albums. I don't know. It's maybe something one day I'll regret, but I don't know. The hype stickers were never all that important to me. Yeah, that is on black, but cool. Another one that, like I said, it's one that I've been looking for a while, and like I said, it's getting harder and harder to find it for some reason, because as far as I know, I don't know any other people or any other person growing up that listened to Faster Pussycat, but like I said, it's one that I'm interested to listen to the rest of the album at least. So the last album here, I pre-ordered it back in August, I believe. And so earlier this year, when the whole pandemic happened and everything kind of got shut down, Mike Herrera, who is the lead singer and bassist for MXPX, he did a lot of every Friday for, I want to say it was 2 months, he did a live stream, and he called it Life in Quarantine. And he just played a lot of acoustic songs from his catalog, from MXPX, from the stuff he'd done with Tumbledown and some other bands. And he pressed it on vinyl, and you could pre-order it. So they had 2 different versions of it. One was a splatter vinyl, and the other one was a solid color. Unfortunately, I didn't find out about that they were pressing it on vinyl until all the splatter albums had been pre-ordered. So I ended up pre-ordering the solid vinyl. And the funny thing is, I had actually talked to my wife about it and told her that I was trying to pre-order it. And without me knowing about it, she actually beat me to the punch and pre-ordered signed copy of the album. I didn't know about it until after I had ordered a different, the unsigned copy of it, because I tend to be a little cheaper than my wife. I guess she didn't mind paying the extra $10 or $15, whatever it was, to have it signed. And so I don't think the signed copy is shipped yet. So this should be the unsigned copy of it. I'm sure I've talked about it before. I've been a big MXPX fan for a long time, 20 plus years, 25 years, something like that. And they make they've got some great albums, and unfortunately they've got a couple of albums of theirs. Some of my favorite albums of theirs isn't available on vinyl. So let's see what this was sent in bigger box than I thought it would be. So, oh, they put a couple stickers in here. All right. It's a 2 LP set. Oh. So if you've ever seen, if you know MXPX or a fan of their music, they had an album that was released in '97, I believe, called Life in General, which is a fantastic album. It's probably one of my favorite albums of theirs. And so this is kind of a play on, so the Life in General, this is a play on the Life in General cover. This is Life in Quarantine. Let me open this thing up. If I was actually prepared, I would have the knife sitting next to me still. Get this open a little bit. Because I'm interested to see, because I've seen pictures online of the splatter vinyl, and really, it didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. So I'm actually happy I got the solid color, because I believe the solid color looks really sweet. One's blue and the other one is orange. So this is the blue. Just really tighten there. So just a great solid looking blue, translucent. And I really like the orange, at least the pictures I've seen of it. I don't think I have any. I think the only orange that I have is the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood soundtrack. I believe I got on orange vinyl. But outside of that, I don't know if I have any other orange albums. The thing I did notice right off the bat about this is actually a really thick, sturdy gatefold. But it's got some great animation inside of it. They do some great packaging, but yeah, that's it. This is the album I've been waiting for a couple months for, and like I said, I'll have a signed copy of it eventually. Well, that's all I got for you this week, guys. Thanks for checking the show out. Thanks for coming and checking out some of the stuff that I'd got in the mail today and stuff I picked up over the last couple of weeks. Make sure you come back this Sunday. I'll be joined by Ian. We're going to be talking about some albums that were never released on vinyl that we definitely think should get a pressing in the near future. And it's going to be a good topic. I think we've talked about it before on our podcast, but I don't think we've talked about it on the Vinyl Den. So definitely make sure you come back and check that show out. If you enjoyed the episode, give me the old thumbs up. You can drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the albums. If you're a fan of any of these bands or if you've heard any of this stuff, yeah, just let me know. And hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. And that's all I got. Until next time, keep on spinning. Peace.